Good afternoon, viewers. My name is Emmanuel Chimere, Prince of Surveying and Geoinformatics, University of Illinois, and we are here with the trainer for printing, binding, and graphic design, our GS. Now, can you introduce yourself, sir?
My name is Festus Obinka. I'm the trainer for graphics, branding, and printing works. B.
First of all, we want you to, in a few words, explain what graphic design, binding, and printing entails.
Thank you very much. Well, the three of them, they combine to make what we call the graphics industry. Like I used to tell the trainees, the three of them are interwoven, even though they flow into each other. But before you can print, you have to have a brand. And like we all know that a brand is, or branding is the process of giving products, services, or even human beings a specific identification. As you are branding, you give a product or service or institution a specific identification. Means of identifying. And before you can print again, after you have identified your product or service or your organization, there is what we call graphics, because there cannot be printing without some graphics. Graphics is a symbolic, physical representation of your ideas. It could be in text, it could be in images, it could be in combined audio, it could be text and picture combined to have that your image. Every organization, every service, every product has an image, and to represent this image, you must represent them symbolically, whether in the colors, in the design, in the drawings, and so on. These are the things that come together to make the graphics. And of course, to make whatever you have branded or you have designed available to multiple of clients or prospective users, you have to reproduce, and when you are reproducing, then you are printing. Reproducing from one surface to millions, thousands of others. That is a simple getting impression from the graphically prepared surface to get some other use. In printing, you must have a standard copy, a design, artwork. It's from that artwork that you can start producing using various processes. There are so many printing processes available for any brand to exploit, depending on the kind of products you want to present to your audience, to your clients, or to the users of your service. So there are many processes involved in printing, but with whatever process you are going to employ, there must first of all be the idea, brand. Then you have to design graphics, symbolic representation of that your idea before you start thinking of what type of printing process to use in reproducing what you have designed. So that's just all about in a nutshell, graphics, branding, and printing.
So, sir, what are the current trends in printing technology, and how do you incorporate them into your teachings?
Well, fortunately, printing right from inception has aided learning itself. And it has also benefited from so much technological advancements, right from when it started in the 15th century with the invention of the movable types, letterpress printing, and so on. And that in itself gave a lot of impetus to learning, and because there were no books before printing was developed. People had handwritten manuscripts and text. But it was when printing was invented, when it started, that was when real book production started, around 1450 or thereabouts. So printing gave impetus to learning and technology. Printing has also benefited so heavily from technology. Right from when it started from letterpress, when you assemble movable types, before the lithographic offset process was discovered or invented, before we now have machines that could print 4 colors at the same time. Even now, it has advanced to a level where you talk of direct imaging, where you don't need any material to convey your graphics. The machine prints directly from the computer to the substrate, the surface you want to print upon. Whether it's a large format printing, whether you are printing on paper, whether you are printing on plastic, whether you are printing on t-shirts, and so on. So printing continues to benefit tremendously from technological advancement. That's why you have digital printing now, the direct image. So printing has been moving with the trends in technology. So I can tell you that of all the various human fields of endeavor, printing has been the one that has continued to benefit from every new technology. Printing will benefit.
One thing we love to know is, how do you stay current with industry development and trends in printing, branding, and graphic design?
Yes, you have to be any field that you want to exist, you must survive in it. And to survive, you must be current. And being current is knowing the so-called state of the art. What is the state of the art today? Next year will not be the state of the art. So you cannot say, for instance, you left university early 80s. You cannot say what we were taught then is what we will still be, teaching students now. Things have changed. Then artwork was done manually, graphics was done manually. You have brushes, you have drawing pen, you have the pencils and so on that you used to create your artwork. But it's no longer like that. Even photography, because in printing you need a lot of pictures too. So photography comes in. In those days, you have to go to the darkroom to develop your black and white photographs. Even if it is color photograph, we didn't have facility to print color pictures in those days. We have to send our films abroad to develop. But nowadays we have in fact, you can be taken out immediately, you print out. The facilities are available now. The same thing, color separation. In those days, there were no facilities for color separation even in the whole of Nigeria. But as we are talking now, within Ilorin alone, you have at least 30 places where you can do color separation. So the trends keep changing, and you have to ensure that you keep moving as things change. Otherwise, you will expire. So if you don't want to expire, as they used to say, you must aspire to move along with the trends. And as a trainer, also, in fact, it is even more serious even when you want to be a trainer. What are you training if you don't have the current state of your industry? So you must be current before you can impact and teach others. You yourself must be teachable. You must keep learning. Anybody who wants to train people or to teach people, himself must first of all be a learner. He must keep learning, because things are changing. What we say is the state of the art today. Before you speak tonight, it may become old school. So when you talk of technology is a fluid thing. It keeps changing, and you must also be up to date.
That then leads to the question now. What advice do you have for students that have interest in pursuing a career in printing, branding, and graphic design?
Like I've always told we started this almost how many years ago now, and I continue to repeat it to them, that there are not anybody that chooses branding, graphics, and printing is lucky, because such a person can be useful to himself and he will be useful to others. You are not only useful to yourself, you will be useful to others, because there is no service provider, there is no organization, there is no institution that will not require your service. Graphics, branding, and printing. I'm not sure of that organization yet that will not need the service of a printer or a graphic designer. Whether you want to give out t-shirts to your clients, you want to give them jotters, you want to give them books, even manufacturers, there is nothing manufacturer that will not have a pack. You have to pack your whatever you have manufactured. So most things have packs, either they are drugs. If some eateries, they want to give you chicken, shawarma, they print their packs. So printing is all over. So anybody who has chosen this skill is lucky. If you are serious, like I used to tell my trainees, if you are serious, the sky is not even your limit, because your service will always be required by everybody. Everybody. They say somebody who doesn't have money to patronize you. Whether the person wants to wait, you print something. You want a business, you need letterheads, you print it. You need a complimentary card, you print it. You cups, drugs that you give out as your gift to people, you print on it. Drugs, people that are manufacturing drugs, they print leaflets, they print packs. The musicians, well, nowadays everything digitalized. In those days when you have CDs, cassettes, plates, they have to put them in packs. So there is no organization you walk into that you don't fit in. You can ask them, I'm a printer, this is what can I do for you. So it's a profession that covers the whole world. Everybody needs the service of anybody who is well trained in that field.
So, sir, are there any of your work or projects that you can just let us know about?
Yes, like I told them just this morning in the class, there is no way you go, you will not see a project or a product of printing. Whether it's in form of a book, whether it is in form of the shirt you are wearing, or the cap. The cap, maybe the printing of your cap is done by its printing. Or even the dress you are wearing, the design will have been printed by either screen printing or heat transfer, whatever it is. So the samples are all over. But if you want to see samples, they are also available. But I can assure you that you are going on the road, you see banners. You see, yes, large, they call them large format banners now. They are all printed on the road. You see all over, you see samples of printing, graphics, branding, things. Whether it's MTN, banner, Union Bank, or universities, you will see printed material all over. Your textbooks, they are printed. So looking for samples of my this is not a big deal. You see them everywhere. From the material, from the shirt you are wearing, from the cap you put on. Even the asset you are holding, your laptop, it is the motherboard is printed, it's closed circuit printing. The motherboard is printed. It's high tech printing. The motherboard of every computer instrument is printed. It's printed. The motherboard.
Thank you very much for your time, sir. Can we know your name once more, sir?
Yeah, my name is First of Yes. Where I was manager in the press until recently when the university moved me to corporate affairs. Yeah, I'm a deputy director now. So I'm a staff of the university on corporate affairs directorate right now.
My name once more is Emmanuel and behind the camera is Precious. Thank you very much.